I just recorded a whole intro. Mike was over there. How's that help me? It doesn't. Okay, let's try again. Hey Fuzzy Buddies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what's going to be like a pretty chill sort of video. So we just got done with like a challenge video for this Wednesday's upload, and then I have something next week coming up that I think is going to be a bit challenging also. So today I want to do something just pretty chill and just kind of puzzle along with you guys. So for today's video, first I'm going to show you what I have been working on, and then we are going to go to my little puzzle pile over here and pick out something for today. I kind of have a couple that I'm like debating between, so we're going to pick out one and see how that goes. First up, what I'm working on at the moment, you may recognize this puzzle if you've been here for a little while. Let me know if you can tell what this is. So, like I was mentioning, if you've been here a while, you would know that I had been doing the villainous puzzles from Ravensburger. And y'all know, if you haven't seen those videos, I highly suggest you go back and watch those for just a smidge bit of entertainment. But I did those puzzles way like a year or two, like 2 years ago probably, and I ended up taking them apart because at the time I didn't have any way of like storing them if I wanted to tape it up or anything like that. And so I just like crumpled them up, put them in the boxes. I have this one, which is Scar, and then I also have Yzma hiding somewhere back there. They are two of my favorite Disney villains, and I had gotten them for my birthday a couple years ago. Anyways, so I want to redo them so that way I can actually tape them and save them now that I have that puzzle binder from All for Jig. And so that's what I've started doing. I had like a little bit of free time. My chair is squeaking, sorry. I had a little bit of free time a few days ago, so this is what I started, and this is how far I had gotten. And so yeah, I'm going to do this one, and then eventually I'm also going to redo Yzma, and then maybe one day I will get who do I need? Dr. Facilier and Mother Gothel. So this has been a little bit easier this second time around. Still not the funnest. I am doing like the most bright and kind of easily identifiable pieces first. And so after this, y'all know, is a whole bunch of just brown. There's like the little bits of, hold on. There's a little bits of the like pictures, and then the rest of it is just frames in brown. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. I'm just kind of working on this when I get a little bit of time. So I have no idea when this is going to get done. You know what? I honestly don't even feel like doing all the things. So we're just going to keep this as like a vlog. Okay. I hope that's okay with everyone. Juneteenth is coming up. Today is the 11th. And so I want to do some puzzles that either are by Black companies, Black artists, or feature like Black people. And so there are 3 puzzles that I am debating between at this moment. Let me pick them out. Okay, so these are the 3 that are like the contenders for today's puzzle. I have this one from Be Rooted. This is a maker's, no, yes, a maker's market from Be Rooted. This one is a 500 piece and it looks so pretty. Be Rooted, I'm like 97% certain is a Black owned company. I'm almost certain it's Black owned. And I have this one from Bits and Pieces. This one is called, okay, okay, this one's called, wait, this is called Lepidoptery. I'm sorry. Okay, okay, hold on. This one's called Lepidoptery. 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 Lepid. Okay, I'm gonna call that out. This one's called Lepidoptery. What? This one is called Lepidoptery. And it says it's by Tabitha Brown. Is this like the Tabitha Brown? Like Tabitha Brown, Tabitha Brown? Like that's my business, Tabitha Brown? If that's the case, I think this is even cooler. I'm not sure if this is the same woman or somebody else, but either way, I think this one's pretty. And then this one is a 250 piece by Fred. The brand is Fred, and the puzzle is Space Butterfly, and the artist is Jerome Vogel. So this one also looks really fun. I think I'm gonna do this one. It looks fun, it looks colorful, it's 250 pieces, so this shouldn't take very long. Right? I always say that, and then it always takes me like 6 hours. So, but I think this is the one we're gonna do. So let me clear this up, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I got everything else put away, and I went ahead and took off the shrink wrap off of this one. And this one is from Fred, and it is called Space Butterfly by Jerome Bogle. And this is what she looks like. Really, really pretty. First off, we have a nice, good size poster, and then we also have the bag of pieces, which comes in a resealable bag, which is nice. This one does actually look like it is a grid cut, as in I'm seeing more piece shapes than just 2 ins and 2 outs, which is already a good start compared to last week's or last Wednesday's video. So I'm going to go ahead and start puzzling, and then I guess I'll just kind of check back in with you guys later. Okay, I feel like this is a good place to check in with y'all. So I feel like I've been making some pretty good progress. I'm maybe 40% through the puzzle. I'm really enjoying this one so far. It is that sort of like digital artwork, kind of abstract-ish sort of painting style. I don't even know what I'm saying. But because of that, you do have to kind of work a little bit harder to figure out what goes where, because some of the pieces, like some of the textures kind of look like they could go to different places, like in her spacesuit. Some of those pieces also look like those like tannish, pinkish rocks. So kind of going back and forth between those, but overall I'm enjoying myself. Getting started on this one, I pulled the pieces out, did my flip, and then I was just kind of going with it. I was gravitating towards the greens, so I worked on those first, got some greens going, and then I started working on the spacesuit, got some of that going. I found her face, and I've just been working from there. I will say when I pulled the pieces out, there was like a glue type of smell to the pieces. It has faded, but when I first was working with them, I was like, what is that? They smell like glue. Like it, like if I really put it to my nose, I can kind of smell it now, but it's mostly gone, but I thought I would mention that. I don't even think I mentioned how I came about having this puzzle. I think it was Tammy McLeod. She had posted something on Instagram about Puzzle Merchant, and so I went to their website and I looked at their like clearance sale section, and they had this puzzle and a few other ones on sale, so I grabbed it because I thought it was pretty. So that's how I got this one, and I've had this probably for probably like 2 months or something. So I'm finally getting to do it, which is good. I'm liking the pieces. They are a grid cut, like I was saying, and the ins and outs are like some of them are rounder and some of them are flatter. So that does also kind of make it a bit easier to figure out what goes where. I did have, I'm not gonna call it a false fit because when I looked at it, it did not go there. But I did have one piece up at the top border that I had been sitting there pretty much since like the beginning of me working on this. And then I just now realized that it was in the wrong spot. And I was really confused because I was like, I'm missing some blues and greens, but no, I had one piece in the wrong spot. So now that I've realized that, I think I can make some more progress, specifically with the blues and greens, and kind of get that out the way. I am now working on like I'm trying to get through these like tannish, pinkish, whitish, creamish pieces of her suit and this rock situation. So I feel like once I have that done, the rest of it will pretty much just come together. So that's what I'm working on. So now that I've gotten that piece figured out, I'm going to get back to work and see if I can go ahead and get this one finished. Okay, I just got done with this one and I had a lot of fun. It was a little bit challenging, but not too bad. I think it was like the perfect amount of like having to think without having to put like too much work in. I never had to shape sort, so that means it was not too bad. The artwork on this one is really fun. I like that the lines are nice and crisp and clean, and it just feels very like whimsical and cool and spacey. And yeah, this was a good one. After my last check-in, I went ahead and decided that I was going to work on the border because I just felt like I needed some guidance. I needed a framework to work within. And so I was kind of like still like regularly puzzling. And then I was like, I should do the border. And I was like, maybe I can figure this out without the border. And I was like, no, I need the border. So I picked out the border pieces. I was getting those together. I got a little bit confused as to like which was the blues on like the bottom left versus the blues on the top right. And then with the edge pieces and the like pinkish rocks, I had to kind of figure out what went where. but it wasn't too bad. Got that all figured out. And then as I was working, I kept seeing these like little spotted pieces, and I was like, where are there mushrooms in this puzzle? They're not mushrooms, it's the butterfly. So I got the butterfly together, finally finished the astronaut and everything else, and yeah, it's super pretty. This was my first puzzle from Fred, and I have mixed feelings. One, the artwork is beautiful. Now I don't know what the other artwork for this brand looks like, but this one in particular I do quite like. The pieces have just a little bit of a sheen to them. It's not crazy, but they do reflect a bit of light. The print is really good on these pieces. Like it's very, very crisp and clean. So that's definitely positive. But the fit on the pieces isn't great. Oh, also the cut of the pieces is good. It's a pretty standard grid, but like I mentioned, the ins and outs are different enough that there really aren't any false fits. So that was really good. Well, other than that one piece that I had in the border, but I'm gonna put that one on user error. Actually, hold on. I was gonna say that it was completely user error, but these pieces are basically identical. Like, look at that, and then look at this. We're gonna put them so you can really see them. These are like the same piece. So was it user error? Yes. However, can you blame me? These pieces are basically the same. Okay, and even just now, I just almost put them back in the wrong places. Okay, that one's right there. This one goes here. Okay. And then, okay, the other thing that is kind of a con is I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but like some of the pieces are, I'm not going to say warped, but like bent. Like the puzzle isn't flat. You can kind of see over here, like you can see like that divot there, and like over here. I don't know if this is like fairly typical for the brand or if it was just my puzzle. I did get this one, like I mentioned, on clearance from Puzzle Merchant. So I don't know if it was on clearance because maybe they knew that this wasn't a great batch, or if something happened to in shipping or what. I don't know. But it is like if you run your hand over it, it is not flat. Like you can feel pieces sticking up. So overall, did I enjoy this? Yes. Does it have some cons? A bit. But again, I'm not sure if this is just a one-off experience or if this is like fairly typical for the brand. If you've done a Fred puzzle, please let me know what your experience has been. Just like a few weeks ago with my Ebu puzzle, y'all told me that Ebus do usually come with posters. I just didn't have one in mind because I guess someone lost it or kept it. So y'all let me know if Fred puzzles like often have these like bent, warped kind of pieces, or if that's just what happened to mine. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I have been asking you all some fun questions over on TikTok, and then on Instagram, I like showing you guys like what I'm up to during the day, when I'm puzzling or doing other things. Oh, also follow me on Instagram because y'all are gonna help me pick which one of these I'm gonna do first. Okay, these are the odd pieces puzzles, and I'm gonna do a poll and ask y'all which one I'm gonna start because these are 1,000-piece puzzles. So it might take me a little bit, but you guys can help me pick which one it's gonna be. If you liked this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms. I will have this puzzle linked down below if I can find it, and I will see you in my next video.